For decades, the moon has been a target for exploration, with countries competing with their missions to reach the moon's dusty surface. We've seen thrilling lunar landings, from the first steps to recent South Pole explorations. But what if I tell you a mission dared to go beyond? A mission that not only landed on the moon, but also endured the harshness of the lunar night, for not just one, but 3 lunar nights. Yes, you heard that right. We're talking about the incredible achievement of the JAXA, Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency, mission. This wasn't just a quick touchdown and a wave goodbye. This was a daring feat of lunar endurance, spending a mind-boggling 3 lunar nights on the surface. The brilliant scientists of JAXA, the Japanese space agency, achieved what no one else has. Let us know more about this mission. This mission is about a lander named SLIM, which is short for Smart Lander for Investigating Moon. SLIM is a mission by Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency to explore the moon. The lander's initial launch date was in 2021, but it was postponed until 2023 due to delays in Space Telescope, called as X-ray Imaging and Spectroscopy Mission, also known as XRISM. On September 6, 2023, XRISM launched, and SLIM separated from it later that day. The lander entered lunar orbit on December 25, 2023 and landed on Moon on January 19, 2024, making Japan the 5th country to soft-land a spacecraft on the moon. The lunar lander was nicknamed as Moon Sniper. To find its way around on the moon, the lander used 2 cool tricks. First, it looked for familiar craters like how we recognize faces, by applying technology from facial recognition systems. And second, it checked a map made by a previous Japanese moon mission called Chang'e. Now, let us know how descent and landing actually happened. Prior to the start of the powered descent, image matching navigation was performed in 3 areas. All image matching was successfully completed twice in each area, and orbit correction on the spacecraft from the results was successful. The final decision to begin landing descent was therefore made. The main engines began to fire as planned, and the powered descent phase, the first half of the landing descent sequence, began. After the start of the powered descent, the spacecraft descended almost in line with the planned trajectory. During the powered descent phase, image matching were performed twice in each of 2 areas, both completed successfully. At the end of the powered descent phase, the spacecraft was at an altitude of approximately 6.2 kilometers as planned, with a good horizontal position error of less than about 100 meters. The vertical descent phase then began. After entering the vertical descent phase, altitude measurements by the landing radar were successfully initiated. Image matching was performed twice each at an altitude of approximately 4,000 meters and 500 meters, and this was successful. The amount of horizontal position correction was about 100 meters and 50 meters, respectively, and the resulting position correction control was also successfully implemented. At an altitude of 50 meters, image-based obstacle detection was also successfully performed. And the spacecraft autonomously identified the safest location in the image, which was then used at the final landing target. Based on this information, it was believed that the landing descent to an altitude to 50 meters was very good. And finally, landing successfully happened. SLIM is in news because, unlike most landers that only survive 1 day on the moon, which is about 2 weeks on Earth, SLIM has managed to survive for 3 lunar nights. SLIM landed on the moon on January 19, and less than 2 weeks later, the sun went down. SLIM's first night on the moon started on January 31, ending on February 15. No one expected SLIM to work again because of the cold moon night. But surprisingly, when the sun rose over where SLIM was parked near the moon's south pole, the lander woke up and started working again. This is surprising because nights on the moon are extremely cold, reaching temperatures as low as -133 degrees Celsius. This cold typically destroys the batteries and electronics of landers. SLIM wasn't built to handle these cold temperatures either, and scientists aren't exactly sure how it has survived so long. They hope that by studying SLIM, they can learn how to build future landers that can survive the harsh lunar nights. Even though SLIM's crew was surprised by its first night on the moon, they weren't giving up. Then second night fell on SLIM again on February 29. Its operators had expected a repeated drop in temperature from around 212 degrees to around 274 degrees Fahrenheit to spell doom for the lander. They quickly sent instructions to the lander, telling it to take pictures and measurements of its surroundings before the next long, cold moon night. Everyone thought that would be the end for sure. But guess what? When the sun came back up in late March, SLIM woke up again and started sending information back to Earth. This was amazing, especially considering the lander had a bumpy landing and was tilted over. The mission was already a big success by this point. But there was more in store. On April 23, 2024, after surviving a third freezing moon night, SLIM somehow managed to turn back on yet again and started sending images to Earth. In May 2024, JAXA, the Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency, tried to contact SLIM a few times thinking it might be working again. They sent signals on the 24th, 25th, and 27th, but unfortunately, they didn't hear anything back from SLIM. Since the moon has rotated and SLIM is now in darkness where it can't get sunlight for power, those attempts for this lunar day are over. But there's still hope. JAXA plans to try again next month when the moon is in a position where Slim will have sunlight to generate power. They believe that the cold night might have caused the whole system to shut down, and when the sun hits the solar panels again, it might just restart everything. Here are some interesting facts about JAXA's Slim mission. Pinpoint Landing Pro. Unlike most lunar landers, Slim aimed for super accuracy. They weren't satisfied with just landing on the moon, they wanted to hit a specific target zone within 100 meters. That's like landing a bullseye on a basketball court from outer space. Lunar Night Owl. Slim became the first mission to survive not just 1, but 3 frigid lunar nights. During these nights, temperatures can plummet to a bone-chilling -173°C. Double Trouble. Slim wasn't alone. Before landing, it deployed 2 small rovers, named LEV-1 and LEV-2, to explore the lunar surface. Imagine a tiny robot team setting up camp on the moon. Moon on a budget. Compared to other landers, Slim was a lightweight explorer. By being smaller and simpler, it helped prove that you don't need a giant spaceship for amazing lunar discoveries. Second tries the charm. This wasn't JAXA's first attempt at a lunar landing. Their original mission was delayed, but Slim's success paved the way for future Japanese lunar exploration. This is a fantastic achievement for Japan's space agency. The successful landing of the Slim mission paves the way for further exploration of the moon. We congratulate the JAXA team on this successful mission. This mission is a great leap forward in our understanding of our lunar neighbor. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our channel and provide your comments on Japan's Slim mission.